Hello and welcome to my very first online yoga class. Thank you so much for joining me today. I trust that this finds you at the most perfect moment. This practice is designed to help you feel really grounded and to also bring in a sense of ease and space. So take it nice and slow. And it's accessible to everyone, no matter your yoga experience. You might like to have a bolster or a cushion to practice with, because at the start we'll be sitting for about 5 minutes, and you may also need a blanket for relaxation at the end. I'm recording this from my backyard at the bush cocoon, so I hope you enjoy the nature sounds as much as I do. Let's do it! Alright guys, so we're going to start with some breath work, some pranayama. Then I'm going to share with you a beautiful mantra that I first learned during my yoga teacher training in India. And then we'll move through some asana, so some physical practice, and we'll then bring it all together for our shavasana relaxation at the end. Okay, so coming to find your comfortable sitting position, so you might have your hips a little elevated for more support to sit here. Whatever you need to do to be comfortable here. And then just coming to cross your legs, and let's roll the shoulders up, back and down. You might like to have your hands towards the knees or resting in the lap. When you're ready, just blinking down the eyes, closing the eyes down. Just coming to start noticing your breath. Allow the hips to soften, feeling into the sensation of the mat or the cushion beneath you. Traveling your awareness up the spine as you feel into a beautiful length through your spine without any strain. That length travels all the way up to the crown of the head. Finding your sweet spot here so that you can then soften in. So softening through your face, softening through the shoulders, and continuing to become curious about your breath. See if you can start to guide the breath in and out through the nose. As you inhale, really filling up that belly. As you exhale, completely letting go. I'm going to start to count out a few rounds of breath to a count of 4. If you're not up to that yet today, just continue with your natural breath cycle. So we'll synchronize our breath by exhaling now. And now inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top of the breath. And then exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing at the bottom of the breath, just being in that space. And then inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause in the space. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing that and just breathing naturally. So you inhale and exhale. And this breath, our connection to our breath, forms the anchor of our practice. So we only move into places, or shapes or poses where we can maintain that connection with an easy and natural breath. Bringing the palms together at the heart center now. Continuing to simply breathe. I'm going to share with you the Shanti mantra, teacher-student mantra. It's chanted in Sanskrit but translates as, "May we practice together in harmony, and let there be no animosity between us with the knowledge that we are one." Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karevavahe Tejasvinavali Tamastu Ma Veveshavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently releasing the palms and blinking open the eyes when you're ready. We can actually maintain this state that we're cultivating throughout the whole class if we move without any rush and with mindfulness. So that's why I always mention, like, when you feel ready or when the time's right, so that there's no jerking to take us out of this beautiful state that we're creating. So when you feel ready, you're going to move into a child's pose. So taking the knees wide apart on the mat and the big toes together, sinking the hips back towards the feet. And then reaching the hands forward and allowing the forehead to come towards the mat. Once you arrive here, connecting in with your breath. child's pose is our home base during the practice. So if you need to come here for a moment, you can at any time, and then rejoin my instruction when you're ready. One more deep breath here. And then looking towards the hands, and just pressing up into tabletop. So knees are under the hips, hip width apart, and wrists are under the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Spanning your fingers out so that your hands are like this, nice and wide. This is where we practice using the whole hand, which takes pressure off our wrists. We'll do some cat and cow. So on your next inhale, you're going to point your tailbone up towards the ceiling, press your heart forward and take your gaze up. As you exhale, tucking your tailbone, drawing your chin towards your chest, pressing into your hands, pressing the heart through the back, like you're going to press your heart up towards the sky. And then when your breath's ready, as you inhale, transitioning to look up and press the heart forward. Exhale as you curl. When your inhale's ready, transitioning. Two more rounds with your breath. Then coming to a neutral spine, we're going to prepare for downward dog. So just taking your hands a little bit further in front, tucking your toes, lifting up your hips high. Okay, and any little adjustments that feel good for you here, so it might be walking the heels up and down, might be yes and nodding the head. Then bending your knees deeply so that you're almost going to bring your belly towards your thighs. Press into the hands and lift the hips up while still bending the knees deep, and feel that length through your spine. You want to maintain that as you now just start to straighten your legs a little, but you might still have quite a bend through your knees. That's fine. Number one priority is our alignment through our spine. Gaze is between the legs. And just allowing that beautiful flushing sensation from this inversion where our heart is higher than our head. One more breath here. And releasing back into child's pose. When you're ready, pressing up through tabletop, back to downward dog. And bending your knees and walking up to the top of your mat, standing forward fold. So bending the knees deeply to bring the belly towards the thighs, and hug around the back of the legs, so holding onto your opposite elbows. Allow the head to relax. And breath. Release the hands. Keep the chin tucked in as you press into the feet and start to slowly rise up. We call it zombie style. The arms and the head are heavy. The head's last to come up, so rolling the shoulders up, back and down as you rise. Coming to be at the top of your mat. Standing in Tadasana. So this is a really important pose because it forms the foundation for all of our standing postures. And energetically, there's something really powerful about standing here in this alignment and really standing in yourself. So let's feel into this pose, rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Arms come slightly away from the body, palms face forward. Now you can take your eye gaze to something in front of you that's still. We call it a drishti. Or you might like to close down your eyes here, your choice. Connecting with your inhale and your exhale. Bringing your awareness now to your feet, feeling the sensation of your mat or the floor beneath you. This creates that connection to the earth. And then awareness traveling up through the legs. We've got a slight tuck of the tailbone. Our shoulders are rolled back and down so that our chest is beautifully open here. There's a slight tuck of the chin so that the back of the neck is long and we can take that ascending energy all the way up through the crown of the head. Through the crown is our connection to our higher self or the universe. So in this position we can really feel into that connection with the earth below, the crown above, and then here we are standing in our pillar of light in this alignment. I'm going to guide you through a little sequence. It's a moon salutation. There's lots of different moon salutations, but this happens to be my favourite one. So when you're ready, bringing the palms together at your heart center. On your next inhale, reaching the palms up towards the sky. You might like to take a little back bend if that feels good, optional. As you exhale, folding all the way forward, Uttanasana. Next inhale, coming to a halfway lift. So you might like to bring hands to the shins so that you can really feel into a flat back here, pressing the heart forward, gazing forward. As you exhale, fold. Bending the knees so you can place the hands on the mat to support yourself, to step your right leg back, setting up for a low lunge, so releasing right knee to the mat. Feeling into this for a moment, so your alignment, left knee tracking straight over or stacking on top of your left ankle. You want to feel like a juicy sensation here in the front of the right thigh. You should be feeling something there, and if not, you need to adjust yourself. Maybe you widen your stance, or maybe you just allow the hips to descend a little more. Coming onto your fingertips. Now this might be your pose, or some options. Heads up, I call myself the variation queen because I give a million variations. But it's just so you can choose what's best for you. So, you could come onto your knee, you could come hands at the heart, or you can reach the arms up, bringing the palms together, and you might even feel into a little back bend here. Let's take a nice breath here. And inhaling. As you exhale, releasing your hands to the mat. You're going to bring your left hand inside of the left foot, tuck your right toes, lift off your right knee, and you're actually going to walk around into a wide leg forward bend. So you're facing towards your right side of your mat. Nice wide stance through the legs. Toes are slightly turned in, and you're going to have your hands underneath your shoulders to start with. So inhaling here, and as you exhale, just tilting forward if you've got the space. So your pose might be staying here with the hands underneath the shoulders. If you want more, you can start to walk your hands back. Maybe the fingers come in line with the toes. Maybe the elbows are bending towards the opposite side of your mat. Maybe the top of your head's coming to the mat. Anywhere between that spectrum. One more breath here in your wide leg forward bend. Wherever you are, just allow the head to relax down towards the mat and release through the neck. So the neck's nice and soft. Then coming back under the shoulders, we're going to walk towards the back of our mat now, so towards our right foot. Take one hand either side of the right foot and point both feet towards the back of your mat. And then you're going to step your left foot to meet your right. I'm just going to move a little bit back because I seem to have a structure here that might stop me. So stepping your foot in, press. Alright, I'm good. Pressing into your feet. Next, inhale, rising up. Little back bend if that feels good. Then as you exhale, we draw all that energy back to the heart space. Next, inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You're going to go back the other way on the mat. So stepping your right foot back. Setting up for your low lunge. So stacking left knee on top of left ankle. Coming onto the fingertips. When you feel steady here, so when you feel grounded through your feet, then we rise, okay? So whenever you feel ready, taking your expression, your variation that feels good for you of the low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, releasing the hands. Bringing left hand inside of the left foot, and we're going to go to a wide leg forward bend facing the other way this time. Excuse my bottom towards you. So turning the toes slightly in, hands under the shoulders. Inhale here as you reach the rib cage away from the waist. As you exhale, folding forward, taking your option. Walking the hands back under the shoulders. And walking both the hands towards the front of the mat, both feet face forward. And then step that left foot to meet your right. Press into your feet. Next, inhale, rising up. Little back bend if that feels good. Exhale, we return to the heart always. Next, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And go back the other way in a moment. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the left foot back. Release the left knee. Set up your alignment for your low lunge. When you're ready, your expression. Breathing here. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot. We're walking around to our wide leg forward bend towards our left side of the mat. Inhale underneath the shoulders. As you exhale, folding in your expression. It's you and your breath here. And walking the hands back under the shoulders, and then walking both hands to either side of your left foot. Again, I'm just going to scooch back. You can stay where you are unless you also happen to have a wall in front of you. Alright, stepping right foot to meet the left. Press into the feet next. Inhale, rising up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Moving meditation. Inhale, halfway lift. When we're connected with our breath, that's what it can feel like. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot steps back. Set up your alignment. When you're grounded in that, then rise. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands. Right hand inside of the right foot, walking around. Last wide leg forward bend underneath the shoulders first, hands under the shoulders. Shift the weight a little into the balls of the feet. Inhale here. As you exhale, fold. Come to your delicious, juicy stretch, yeah? It's going to look different to mine. Hands under the shoulders, walking both the hands either side of the left foot, point both feet forward, step right foot to meet the left, press into the feet next, inhale, rise, exhale to your heart, coming to Tadasana, closing down the eyes, unless you feel dizzy then just open them up, yeah? Just and simply noticing your breath, noticing yourself, noticing the sensations. Noticing the prana, the energy flowing through your body. Noticing the space. And then gently blinking open the eyes. And I'm going to stand towards you. We're going to come into my favourite balance pose, which is Vikshasana, the tree. So, coming to bring your feet together, so big toes together, heels slightly apart. Bringing your hands together at your heart space. And first find a drishti, so the point of focus, it might be on the ground or it might be straight ahead of you, just something that's still. And allow the gaze to soften on that point. And then shift the weight into your right foot. Once you feel steady there, you're going to lift up your left foot and place it. I've got 3 options for you. You can place it on the ankle so your foot can be still connected to the ground. It's absolutely fine. You might come to the calf, or you might pick up your foot and bring it to the inner thigh. Either one of those 3 options, just not resting on the knee, you can put pressure on the knee there. If you've got a wall close by, you can even use a wall, okay? We're actually going to stay here for about 6 breaths, so if you fall out at any time, I'll let you in on a little secret. You can just come back up. Oh my gosh, whenever you're ready, you can just come back in. So good. Alright, so choosing your expression, you might stay here, this might feel really good. Some other options for you, you might take the arms overhead. Hands can be together, apart, wide apart. Sometimes a little mudra here can feel nice, connecting thumb and index finger. Or you might sway your arms like tree branches. That might feel really beautiful for you. A few more breaths in your choice. Continuing to breathe. And then we make our way out the same way we came up. So using all of our consciousness and our mindfulness to bring ourselves out of the pose as much as we come into the pose. And releasing the foot. Little shake. Alright, and we'll set up for the other side. So big toes together, heels slightly apart. Hands at the heart space. Find your little drishti. And then shift your weight into your left foot. And then we try to mirror the other side, so whatever you did on the first side, unless of course you have some sort of injury or something you know about your body where you need to take more or less care on this side, then make sure you do that. Hands are at the heart. And then choosing your expression, so you might stay here or any other option. We've got some friends hanging out. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, transitioning out of the pose with the same awareness as what you came in, gently releasing that leg. Give it a little shake. Alright, let's come down to the mat. So you're going to take your feet at least hip width and turn the toes out a little bit. We're coming into a low squat. If this is too much on your knees or your ankles or whatever it is, just meet us seated at the ground. So bring the hands to the heart. Start to squat. Coming down so that your triceps can press against the inside of your legs. So you press them against each other and press the hands together so you can feel into a nice length through your spine. Let's take 3 breaths here in Malasana. Alright, then gracefully or ungracefully, however you can, coming to your bottom. Alright, we're going to stretch the left leg straight out in front, setting up for Janu Shirashana. And then drawing the right leg in, so right foot to the inside of the left leg, and right knee folds out to the side. So left leg is parallel with the mat. And you're going to turn your upper body towards that left big toe, pressing your hands into the earth. So feel the base of your spine and your bottom connected to the ground here. And then using your hands, you can feel into some nice length. Next, inhale, reaching the arms up. And then as you exhale, imagine someone's pulling your arms on 2 ropes as you come forward. Now, you might come to your calf. The number one here is keeping that length through the spine, so you might come to your calf. If you can, you might reach around your foot. We're just going to spend 3 breaths here. If you have a strap, you can also use that around your foot. You might close down the eyes, just coming to your breath. Releasing the hands on the mat beside you and just walking back up. Okay, you're going to take your right hand behind you on the ground. In a moment we're going to lift up onto the left foot and the right knee. Suppose, I don't know what the official term is, but I call it flash dance. Okay, so lifting your hips up, coming up onto your knee and your foot, and left arm comes up and over. You can look behind you if you like. A couple of breaths here. And then gently releasing your hips back down. Alright, from here, draw the right knee in towards you, so hugging around the right knee. And then you're going to step your right foot to the outside of your left leg. We're coming into a twist. Option here to bend the left knee and bring the left foot beside the right hip. Only do this if you can maintain stability through your hips. If it feels too much, I want you to just straighten that left leg out. From here, bringing your right hand to the ground behind you. Next inhale, reach up tall through your left arm. As you exhale, curl through the spine to make the space to bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press them against each other as you twist through your spine and coming to gaze behind you if it's okay for your neck. You might like to connect the thumb and the index finger of your left hand. This represents connecting individual consciousness with universal consciousness. 2 more breaths here. Gently releasing the twist. Take both of your hands over to the left, bend into the left side, and coming back up. Swap the legs over, so right leg's out in front, left knee is folded out to the side. Twist your upper body, not twist, just face your upper body towards your right big toe. Press the hands into the ground. Feel into that base and then lengthen up through the spine. Next inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, keeping the spine long the whole way forward, keeping that as your main priority. So we want to think about belly coming towards the thigh first instead of like head towards the knee. See how that makes my spine all curled up? You want to keep length through the spine. Couple more breaths here. You might like to close down the eyes. Bringing hands to the mat and walking yourself back up. Let's do it. Flash dance. Left hand on the ground behind you. Next inhale, reach the right arm up and over and reach the hips up. Couple of breaths here. And then guiding yourself back to the mat. Draw the left knee in towards the chest and then step the left foot to the outside of the right leg. Option here to bend the right knee and bring the right foot beside the hip. Okay, your left hand resting on the ground behind you. Next inhale, reach your right arm up. As you exhale, curling through the spine, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Press them against each other as you come to twist through your spine. bringing both hands over to your right, bending in, and coming back up. Alright. Reaching so that your feet are at the top of your mat. You're going to come to lay down. So I want you to hold your hands out in front like you're holding onto 2 ropes, and we're going to lower down to the ground over a count of 5. So using your core to support you, lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, and taking a couple of breaths in Shavasana. Little taster, the tease, not far away. Okay, let's set up for a bridge pose. So bending your knees so that your feet are on the ground, hip width apart, facing forward. You should be able to just brush the heel with your middle finger, and then pressing the hands into the ground. Next, inhale, press into your feet, lift up your hips, then your spine 1 vertebrae at a time. Coming up onto the shoulders. Really engaging through the glutes and the hamstrings to lift your hips high here. Head stays in the center so we don't look from side to side in this pose. And the chest is coming towards the chin instead of chin coming towards the chest, right? One more breath here. And then on an exhale, gently releasing back down. Spine 1 vertebrae at a time. Lift up the heels at the last point so that you've got space. And then just take the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees fall in on each other. And rest here. And we'll set up for a second and final round, so bringing the feet back to hip width apart. Next, inhale, press into the feet, lift up your hips and your spine. Here might be enough for you. If you want some more support, you can place your hands on your sacrum. Another option is to just gently tuck the shoulder blades under and interlace the fingers, pressing the hand onto the ground so you can come right up onto the shoulders and really feel into some height here. 2 more breaths. Gently releasing the hands if you've had them interlaced. And coming back down to the mat nice and slow, lifting up the heels. Taking the feet as wide as the mat, let the knees fall in on each other and breathing here. And then hugging the knees in towards you. A little rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, coming into Shavasana, our final relaxation. If you need a blanket or anything else to make yourself comfortable, please grab it. And at the start of Shavasana is when we make all those little adjustments so that we can actually come into complete stillness. It's also known as the corpse pose, so we're practicing stillness through the body. So allowing the legs to be apart with the toes splaying out to the sides. You might have your arms out to the sides with the palms facing up, or you might prefer hands on the belly or belly in the heart. Slight tuck of the chin so that your neck has space here. Any other little adjustments your body asks for, make them now. And then resist the urge to move again so that your physical body can completely let go. Feel into each point of contact your body has with the mat and with the earth. And allow your body to completely release into that support. Any love, any healing that you would like to receive is available to you in this pose just by letting go. It can be held by Mother Earth. Relax through the face, the hips, shoulders. And the whole body is relaxed. Whole body is completely relaxed. And spending the next little while in this state of total rest. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. introducing some movement, wiggling fingers and toes. You might feel to take a big stretch. And then coming to roll onto your right side, using your right upper arm as a pillow and your left arm to support you. And curling up here for a few moments. And then keeping your eyes closed if you can. Coming up to seated. Bringing your hands together at your heart. Take this moment to thank yourself for carving out this time that was just for you and your nourishment. Take a big breath into the heart. Exhale. Slowly bowing the head forward. And the inner light within me honors the inner light within you. Namaste.